This is getting better and better. And so to continue our executive presence power talks, talking about the power of presence, I want to invite up to the stage Rupa. Rupa Dash, who I asked Alyssa in our back end to please post her bio, and I beg you to read it because this woman is a powerhouse. Rupa, we're so happy you are here today. Patty, thank you so much for your participation and your great talk. Rupa, you have an esteemed, from the United Nations to the UK international development to working, being recognized at the White House to the India's Prime Minister. Your esteemed career speaks to the type of woman you are. We're so happy you're here. I'm just going to give it right over to you. Away you go. Thank you. Thank you for your time and energy today to continue talking about the power of presence. Over to you. There she is. I know she's there. I get to read more of her bio. We're tight on time, but I want to share with you some of the things that this woman does. Rupa is the CEO of the World Women Fund, which by 2030 will have mentored 1 million women. 1 million women. And this organization is one of the entrepreneurial organizations that has been recognized by the White House. She has worked with the Indian Prime Minister. She has done interesting work in Hollywood, making sure that gender equity and women get important roles. She works with, she's on the board of trustees of the Russian Women's Federation, with the Indian film market, with the Paramount Pictures. She is a rock star and a wheel. She is a force in this field, and we're really happy you're here. There we are, tech issues almost solved. Can you if you put your camera on, then I'm sure we will hear you.
I think my camera is on. Thank you, Nancy.
You are so welcome.
Yes, it's good to see you now. I think we have resolved the technical issue. Can you hear me?
Great. You're all good.
Are you?
Thank you, Nancy, for the generous. Super excited to be here today with Women in Cloud. I think more than ever, it is so important to talk about executive presence, but you know, I will be speaking specifically from my own experience. And I'm not a practitioner, but all that I speak today will be from my own life experiences. And I truly think executive experience really is getting things done, and done by being the force of good. And I think to make it a little more simple, but because everybody have their own style, but as you know, I love cooking, so let me just say that it's my own personal recipe. How I think about, you know, executive leadership or presence. Basically, you know, I would like to break it down into 5 different parts. First of all, confidence. You know, we just you know, heard Patty talk about, you know, confidence. Confidence is key. You know, even when you're graduating from college, you know, and asking and getting your first offer, it's up to you. What are you asking for? And that's where you start asking the right questions. You know, research has suggested that women would ask for close to $65,000 per year, whereas men would ask for above 80,000, which shows that, you know, always we ask for 20% less. And that's because, you know, we lack confidence somewhere, and I think it's changing. We are seeing that more and more women are learning the art to ask more, ask the right question, ask for more, negotiate for more. I think, and that's where you really start from. And then, uh, I would like to also talk about a little bit about my personal experience. I moved to United States in the year 2012, not too long ago, and I was 7 months pregnant. But still, I thought that I'm a viable candidate to get a job in United States, and I really showed up at the largest media entertainment company, Bliston Entertainment Partners, being 7 months pregnant, and telling them what I can do and how can I value. And I got my first job when I was 7 months pregnant. So I truly believe that having the confidence on your merit, having the confidence on what you will be bringing onto the table, and willingness to ask for more, ask the right questions, and ask to the right people. I think it all begins from there. And the moment you start second guessing, not even asking, that's where you lose confidence and lose time. And I think time is key uh, in getting the right things done as an executive leader or having your executive presence. It's all about timing, asking the right thing to the right folks. And I think the other part that women really bring to the table is the character of our ability to show work from the place of empathy, work with people, with different kinds of people, and most importantly, our willingness to connect with the different kinds of perspective. So I think this is very key, in your executive presence. And then once you bring that to the table, I think it's a game changer. You should not look back even and think a second guess on it, that, oh, I am not the right fit for this job, or I'm not the right fit for this opportunity. You are, because you really bring something really unique to the table. And I often, I have met, as part of my work, with World Women Foundation, we work with 55,000 women globally, and we serve 55,000 women globally through access to capital, coaching, commerce opportunities, and also we have a media division where we tell powerful stories of female leaders. And one thing I've seen again and again, questioning our credibility. That's so important. That's something that I have seen. And oftentimes we have to ask ourselves, do men even ever question their, credibility? Yes, they do. But that's not the factor that really stops them from moving forward. But for women, sometimes we question ourselves more. So that's where we lose a seat on the table. So it's a new season, and it's our time to really take charge. It's our time to really take a seat on the table and create our own table in some cases. And in some cases, don't ask for permission. Just give yourself the permission to show that you are confident enough, you have the character and the credibility to take on that new challenge. And part of what we also, working with 55,000 women globally, one thing we were sure while creating this strong community of women leaders, moving the mindset from creating different kinds of women clubs to bringing together women as a strong community. Because networking like men is not going to work for us, and that's not enough for women to succeed. It's very important for women to come together, to co-create, to co-ideate, and to think about things together in unique ways. And we do that very well, but the only issue is we don't have to go to large networking events and think about collecting cards, or think about building this long list of people whom we should know, but rather creating meaningful communities where we can lean on, and where we can ask the right questions, where we can ask for help, where we can even ask for support. One thing that I often practice, and I have been practicing this for almost 5 years, and that has been very effective. This is, as I said, this is my personal recipe. And I have been very happy that somebody told me to do this, and it has been quite effective. Every Thursday for lunch, I do a trika, and a trika really means is having lunch with 3 people, including me. These are 3 people, and sometimes I invite somebody I know and I would like to know more, and often I kind of invite my uh, you know um, the person that I've invited to even invite somebody that who can add more value to this conversation, or I bring in a new person. But every Thursday of every week, no matter in which part of the world I am, I know plenty of people. Of course, I can gather 3 people for lunch, and it's a unique opportunity, just not to create this large global community of folks that can help you, that can hear you, that can help you accelerate your leadership journey, but also help you boost your confidence, but because you might hear similar things during that conversation. And of course, I have seen, some people ask, in only 6 years time, how War Women Foundation has reached this unique positioning in the global and cluttered marketplace. And I said, it's because, we have built a strong community, and we truly believe that, women can do that. And you should think about, if once a week or once a month, or, however it works for you, meet new people. Meet new people, know them better, share your ideas, because no idea in this world is virgin, because it does not need to be virgin. But just take this opportunity to share, take this opportunity to share different perspective. Maybe you will find new ways to collaborate and co-create. And I found, tremendous amount of support throughout the globe. And as we continue to launch, scale our global communities for different programs, I think this is how we do it, by creating new kinds of trikas in different forms. And this is a practice, a cultural practice that we have brought into our company as well, which has been practiced by many of our teammates and colleagues, and we have seen tremendous amount of success. And last not but the least, I think one of the most important thing that as a woman I often think is important is our candor. Because, if a woman speaks up first at a meeting, she risks being disliked, or even, even labeled as being bitch. And that's fine. If your candor is your superpower, please take it and run with it. I would say, be the first one to speak your mind, be the first one to take a risk, be the first one to be that game changer, that pioneer. And don't ever think about these labels stopping yourself, stopping you to be you. I think these are confidence, character, credibility, connection, and candor. I think these are very important things when it comes to executive presence. And without these, my personal journey would not have been possible. As I said, it, building your own tribe, because your tribe really makes your vibe. Having a strong support system for of women is so key to scale, to grow, and really ideate and share ideas. And if you see something, dream about it in detail, and do it, because you are the only person who can disrupt your life, can be the disruptor in your own organization. And never hesitate to be that first person to do that. And most importantly, um, and always say, the art of asking, not only asking for help, but oftentimes, be that first to ask to your team members, knowing them a little more personally, as Patty said, earlier in this meeting, speaking the language is so key. Not only speaking the language, but also making sure you know people a little more personally, and that's what builds your executive presence, really makes you the leader, where you can lean into your team and ask them for help, for making better decisions, and for even in times of crisis, making sure that they are the people who can give you the right advice. So if you see it, dream it and do it. Thank you.
Oh, amazing. Amazing. I love the credibility, the power of being candid, the candor, right? And how impactful we can be when we are the first ones out of the gate with that confidence to be able to say what needs to be said. And then building the community, Rupa. Honestly, that's so great. I totally am going to next Thursday. I've got 3 people. As you were speaking, I was thinking of the 3 people I am inviting for lunch. I love the practicality of what our tech leaders are bringing us here today. Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much.
The
Thank
work
you.
that you are doing is impactful and changing lives and pretty influential in Hollywood and Bollywood there, friend. That is, you have a lot of work to do and are doing it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.